Ashwin, hi. Thank you so much for being part of this interview with us, Chennai Times. So tell me, how has
Thank
life
you.
been? You are right now in Dubai, we heard.
Yes.
So you went there before the lockdown, or how was
Yes,
it?
I came here before the lockdown. I had some work here. See, I've been brought up here. I've been here all my life, and we are settled here. My dad and mom are here, so for all good reasons, I got locked down here
Okay.
and not stuck there. I had some work. It was just coincidence that the lockdown had started. So
Okay.
I've been in Dubai for the past 3 months. So just
Okay.
waiting for the lockdown to get over, and just hoping like everybody else for things to get back to normal and start working. Till
Okay.
then,
So how are things there now?
uh, here things are. It looks like it's back to normal, but obviously the panic is in the air, and people do have that fear factor. There's a fear factor everywhere, just like the rest of the world.
Okay.
But you need the business to keep running, and the government here is actually doing all that is possible to control the situation and give the confidence to people here. So I think as far as we maintain our safety and be cautious, I think nothing could affect us really as hard as not being ignorant.
And also, Ashwin, I think the last few months must have been difficult, different. But you also seem to have aced this treadmill dance thing that has gone viral. So tell me, what was the idea behind it?
Yeah, I mean it's mixed, right? I mean dancing also keeps you fit, and at the same time, doing it on a treadmill is the obvious. But it is not a very new idea. One thing is there are a lot of people who are doing it already, and you search for treadmill dance, and you will get a thousand results, and I would probably be the 10th or the 15th or 20th.
Okay.
But I had done something like this. Is not new for me. I had done something like this like 5 to 6 years ago,
Okay.
before my films released, and I had done for I think the Hrithik's Bang Bang and Premam movies song Rokkangut and the Michael Jackson song and all that. But there's one thing where when people think that this is new or this is challenging, risky, obviously yes. There is always a disclaimer, like you have to you can't try this all by yourself, and if you're not confident and all. But the bigger challenge for me, personally speaking, is dancing without music. So to elaborate on that, now in the camera that I'm talking to now, that I'm using now,
Okay.
I use the same camera on my phone, and when you're shooting, when you're recording, you cannot run any other media app in the background, such as music or anything else like that, except for if it is TikTok, then it goes side by side, parallelly. But I recorded this as a video, and then I danced without the music, and I put the music later before I upload in the edit, and it matches.
But that's a lot of
So
work, no?
that's a lot of work, because the whole work is about how you memorize the song, and how well do you know the beat and the rhythm, and the lyrics, most importantly. So people who are actually uh, if they get to see this in person, then probably I'll drive them away. They'll be scared, or
Okay.
I would probably embarrass myself. So I obviously do this whenever I'm alone in the gym and not with anybody else, because it's a totally unpleasant scene when you just see this without music, and you feel so weird about it. But when you put the music, is all where the magic happens. So
Okay.
yeah, so this is actually my challenge of doing this. But when I started doing it, I thought, why not dance on the treadmill? Because I think for people who like to dance, and even dancers, generally speaking, I think dancing when you walk or when you jog is, I think, not a very big deal for dancers. Having a basic beat sense and a music sense. So I thought, when I was on the treadmill, and I would probably casually just make a step or do a movement, I thought, why not I just record it and just do it as a song. But later is when I realized, oh damn, I can't put any music and dance for it. So the whole challenge is when I finish recording that video, I put the music in it. My action should actually suit the intensity and the pace of the song, and thankfully it matches. So basically, I have to dance like I'm actually hearing the music and dancing, but it's all from within. Like I have to hear it from my mind when I dance.
But playing the music on the speaker is not an option, like on any other speaker.
I mean, see, when you're all alone in the gym and then you just have your phone with you, again, even if you have a speaker, you need to have another phone. You have to play
Okay.
from the same phone. You cannot play music and put it on the speaker. When you are actually recording on the phone, there's nothing else that works apart from just the camera.
Okay. And so you chosen Kamal Haasan's Annathe, Aadurar, and then you done this for Vaathi coming also. So what? So how do you choose your songs? Is it occasion based?
It looks more like an occasion based, but it's more of a coincidence now. See, if out of the blue I do an Annathe Aadurar, that's because of the love for the song and the legend himself, and also Ilayaraja's music and that energy that's there in the song. And the way, I mean, frankly speaking, Apurva Sodharagal was like the '89 film, and it's the first ever Kamal Sir film experience for me.
Okay.
And for me, I think Apurva Sodharagal also is like one of the most epic films made in the history of Indian cinema for the kind of process and the thought process and the execution that was done in the film. And that man's performance is something that, you really go out of words. So that energy and that liking and that fondness, for the character, for the song, for the energy, the performance he has done is something that influenced me, and that's why I did that. And the main reason for doing it is now all the more if it's lockdown. I just want to do something, and when you have to kill the time, you rather do it in a much more positive way, something that keeps you fit and something that entertains others as well.
Okay.
So that is how Annathe Aadurar happened. And in the whole past week, like I uploaded that on one Friday, which is like the last to last Friday, and then it was more like I felt like a film release. Like you release a film on a Friday and then you see it for a week long run, and then by the end of the next Friday you declare it as a hit or something like that. It just felt like that. So during the lockdown, I thought, okay, fine, why don't we just try it? It's been 5 years since I've done this, so let me just try this and let me go vintage for a change. So I did it on one of my most favorite songs right from childhood. But when that happened, during that week, when I saw the reaction, like in even a couple of days on Twitter, because I uploaded first on Twitter actually. So when I saw the reaction on Twitter and the response and the way it started, people had downloaded it from Twitter, and then it started, getting viral, and it was even forwarded to many WhatsApp groups and stuff. So my family, on the other side, was actually getting the videos as a forward, my video as a forward, saying, we got this and this is awesome, and we're getting it in the company WhatsApp groups, we're getting it in the family WhatsApp groups, So when that happened, I was like really, getting happy. So even before Kamal's tweet, um, I had already done this Vaathi coming because I wanted to do a Thalapathy song, and it was also a public request if you see the comments below.
Okay.
And also the messages and the personal messages from everywhere, in varied social media platforms. And another thing is, after Kamal sir, I think Thalapathy is the only effortless, graceful dancer that we can say, who's known for his dancing skills.
Okay.
So I think his song definitely needs one go, and I did that. And Vaathi coming obviously is the trending song now. So I thought, why don't I try something which is trending?
Okay.
So I did that again. So it also depends on my mood and my my kind of it's just your state of mind also matters, because when you have to succumb to people's request, and you have to do something in a particular timing and all that, then it adds a bit of pressure. So probably that kind of a pressure is something that I only undergo in the film shoots, when I have to do a shot and there's rain and we have time constraints. That's the only place where I perform under pressure. But when such thing comes, I think we are doing this all by our own initiative and something by our own liking. So I thought, why don't we do something aram se? Do it, but sort of don't make it look like you put a lot of effort to do something on some day. And also I wanted to this was my way of expressing gratitude, like the way I mentioned in my tweet. The way I wanted to express gratitude to each and every one on varied social media platforms to have made this a big success and a viral thing. Um, and so this is my way of expressing gratitude. So I you know in a lockdown you cannot probably have a grand birthday party, so
Mm-hmm.
probably at least have this party instead. So
Okay.
I landed up doing this, and yeah, I mean, I didn't expect things to turn out in a it blew out of proportion in a positive way by the end of the week, and by Friday I think my life changed.
Okay.
uh, Finally my idol sort of voicing
True.
it out himself.
So then, Kamal sir's tweet must have come as a shot in your arm, right? So that must have been like a wow moment for you.
And I think wow is just too short. Already it's a very short word,
Okay.
but it's unexplainable. It's unexplainable because when it comes from somebody of such a stature, such a, he's a legend, obviously. So he's been my idol, and he's been like my ladder, like for my growth. Actually, his work has influenced me so much. His thought process is what captures my mind the max, the most, because his willingness to do something is something that's what always actually captivates me and keeps me going, because he always does something out of the comfort zone or out of the normal. And that is something why he has reinvented himself, and why he is even known as a trendsetter. So when you have to actually adapt that kind of a thought process, I think you also sort of land up doing something different. Yeah, you reinvent yourself, you do rediscover yourself. So
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much uh, you know one of my main reasons why I could grow as an artist.
And what is next? Which song is it on your playlist next?
I haven't decided. Like I said, like now it's not like something that I'm going on a treadmill spree, I must say.
Okay. Okay.
But I would definitely wanted to drop a video on my birthday saying thanks and stuff like that. But I have not also sort of kept any playlists and stuff like that. If at all I get the mood to do something again, then first of all let this whole um, sensation thing sort of calm down and relax, so
Mm-hmm.
that even my mind can relax, because this is also, I can say, my first ever time in my career after entering the industry to have got so much of attention. Probably I have not got this for even any film of mine, you
Okay.
know. And for having done this and being just a mobile video, I this was the least I expected. So I just want everything to sort of come back to normal again. Obviously, it's very nice to be in this high, but yeah, having this high for a long time is also not good.
Okay. All right. Okay. And what's happening on the work front? So like, when do you plan to come back to Chennai and continue with shootings? I mean, that's going to take some
I
time. Of
mean,
course, there is lockdown. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, definitely this is not in my hands, and I'm also waiting for my calls, because I was supposed to have a film release, a Malayalam film called Aha, which has got Indrajit in the main lead, and another co-star, Amit Chakalakal, and me, obviously. I'm also another lead supporting
Okay.
character in the film, and this is something which I'm really counting on, because this has really tested me as an actor in the last 5 years in the films I've done. This is one film which I have literally sort of done something that I've not done before, right from personal life experiences, because this film is about based on tug of war. In Malayalam we call it Vadamvali. It's a very high spirited game that is celebrated throughout Kerala, and I had practiced for this sport for like 20 days before the shoot started, and I had undergone a transformation, a body transformation, like, you don't have to link this to Dangal and stuff like that, because that is Amir Khan and that is Dangal. But, obviously having inspired from there, I was 73 before I started this transformation. Then I got into 80 kilos. I sort of beefed up a bit for the younger role, and I played an older role. So me and Indrajit also come in old roles. So we both have played for like maybe the mid 50s or late 50s or mid 50s kind of an age. So there are two eras, two timelines, two eras in the film. And yeah, so there's a lot of things that I've done, something which, it was very exciting. I've not done the stuff that I've done in this film before. So that was supposed to release by May. And for obvious reasons, obviously, just like any other film, that has also been postponed. And I was also supposed to start shooting for another film as well in Malayalam with Kalidas Jayaram. And so I'm just waiting for things to get back to normal, just like anybody else, hoping for the best. But obviously, safety first, and just because of probably our restlessness and frustration, I don't think we should put the safety behind. I think we should just probably wait till things are normal. So let's see. Hopefully, inshallah.
Thank you so much, Ashwin, for your time, and please keep entertaining us with such videos, and of course, safety first. So thanks a lot. Thanks, Tanya. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.